Hello, and welcome to Ivani's Blacked Out Stories, where fictions meet reality.
Hello, blacked out listeners. Have you ever dealt with temptations? Have you felt shame or guilt and couldn't stop in a need for human contact? Well, today, you will hear such a story. Original post.
I think I seduced my Christian boyfriend, and I don't know if that's bad. Going into this relationship, he knew about my childhood trauma-induced hypersexuality. He used to tell me how he'd never have sex with me until marriage, despite us doing things to please each other sexually. I don't know if I manipulated him or something, but we're very open with each other about what we're thinking and what not. We both have a straightforward way of communicating due to our autism. I was blunt about my stimulating thoughts, which got to him. I don't know if it counts as manipulation or not. Before we ever did have sex, he used to justify us pleasing each other by saying it was technically not against the Bible's rules. I don't know how true that is because I'm not well versed in the Bible. What happened is that I met up with him again one day, and we touched each other and did sexual things as usual. Then he told me that he had a surprise for me. I had no idea what was in store for me because I knew his religious views and respected his choice not to have sex until marriage. Surprisingly, he offered to have sex with me, with a condom on. He said it'd be the only time we'd have sex unless we eventually got married. But then, a couple of weeks ago, he wanted to do it without a condom. I accepted, as he said it'd only be a minute. It ended up very much not only being 1 minute long, and I took plan B the next day. However, today, he confessed to fantasizing about having sex with me. Am I at fault here? I'm 19 years old and don't know much about this. And don't worry, I'm going to get birth control soon. Edit, I already have an appointment to get birth control. I'm thinking of getting an implant. However, the lady gave me incorrect information and said the implant needs to be replaced every 4 years. From what I've read, it's supposed to be every 3 years.
And now to the comments. How 9 million states.
He's fine. He wants to have intercourse, but his religion makes him feel guilty about wanting to have premarital intercourse. So to be a good Christian, he feels like he needs to vocalize his beliefs about premarital sex and express his reservations about doing it, but then his other side is that he really wants to have sex with you. So he's conflicted, and sometimes the religious side wins, and sometimes the horny side wins. He'll continue on talking about it sometimes and feeling guilty at times, but he'll still want to have sex at times too. It's his own struggle and not anything for you to feel responsible for. The real question for someone like him is why he should let religion dictate his happiness when intercourse makes him happy, and the religion says not to have adult intimacy. He does have the option to just disagree with his religion on this one and stop feeling guilty about it.
The next comment comes from Fluffer_Wuffer. And it states,
Congratulations! You just graduated to adulthood and discovered one of the great benefits of it. You've done nothing wrong, and neither has he. But rather than using Plan B, you really need to use proactive protection, such as condoms or even the pill or implant. Plan B is for emergencies. If your boyfriend feels bad cause he can't resist, take that as a compliment that he's attracted to you. And then point out priests can and do give in to worse temptations.
The next comment comes from Damn Dragon Rider and it states,
Wear a condom and birth control. His justifications aren't valid by what the Bible says anyway. It's just a guideline Jesus gave us that ensures you are least likely to have a baby out of wedlock and helps you avoid being used for empty sex. Your body is sacred. You should be valued for more than your body and value yourself as such, etc. It's okay to have sex, ultimately. Abstinence isn't realistic. The Bible is about ideals. It's okay if real life falls short because we all fall short in some way, as Christianity teaches. Guilt is not what Jesus is about. Jesus is about setting you free from guilt. Doing stuff like anal or edging around sex by technicality not to violate the rules of the Bible is silly. God knows you are basically having sex. It's okay. God isn't squeamish.
And now for a final comment from Schoolgirl Q.
Agreed. Although, I would add the obvious, since OP is young and seems inexperienced, preventative birth control isn't 100% effective, and in the case of condoms, they break. So it's good to have multiple layers of protection: birth control pills/implants/IUD plus condoms, condoms plus spermicide, various other combos, etc., and even with several layers, Plan B could still end up being a necessary precaution/step to take for sexual safety, although I agree it's something that people typically only use 1 to 3 times. This is anecdotal based on my own experience and the experiences of friends who have shared their own with me. I don't have hard data on this.
And hopefully you enjoyed it.
OP, Plan
And
B
if
is
so,
great, but
please
it shouldn't
consider
ever
my
be the only
invitation
form
to
of
subscribe
protection.
for more Avani's
Well,
Blacked Out
that's all
Stories.
for now for my Blacked Out Stories. Hope to hear from you all in the comments section. Take care.